Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner Comedic Edition. I love this time, man, because I get to see some of the best talent that there is. They're actually a lot funnier than some of y'all's favorite comedians. And like the first person I'm going to bring out, she's like one of my favorite female comedians, but I have to let her know. I remember she had this OnlyFans page for about 4 months and she only made $30. Like, sis, please get dressed. Your sex does not sell. Sophia, welcome to the stage.
I don't think that you know who I am. That's not my backstory at all.
Oh shit,
Um,
that was my backstory. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
that yeah, I don't have that history. I'm actually very, very sexually successful, so I don't know what you're referring to. It ain't me.
Uh,
Yeah, but thank you for saying I'm one of your favorite female comedians. I'm also now thinking you mean someone else. Since you don't seem to know who I am.
Oh
Uh,
man, nothing but love, Sophia. Nothing but love. Let me bring my next person to the stage. You know, he told me about how he was dating someone new and that he really liked her. And I told him, listen, before y'all, take it all the way, the fourth base, please put some peroxide on her vagina. And if it foams, move on. Craig, have you taken my advice? Did you put some peroxide on her vagina?
it needed a lot more than that, I'll tell you that much. But we got it done because still a man, and that's just how it goes. Got to pull through.
And we have one other person,
What's up,
Anthony.
Kendra? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you for coming. We got one other person, Anthony. When Anthony, gets everything, situated, he can come on in, man. He can be like a wrecking ball. But let me go ahead and start off with the interesting news of the week. And Miss Sophia, let me come to you first. So, an Ohio woman had this is a true story. She's elderly too. So this Ohio woman had broken into some homes and she had cleaned them spotlessly, right? She left an invoice with contact details, hoping to get new customers, but unfortunately, she got arrested for that. Sophia, what are your thoughts on that? Like, imagine an elderly woman breaking in your house, cleaning up like a Golden Girls, and then like she leaves you her invoice.
I don't know. I'd have really mixed emotions about it. I mean, that's kind of like it's a fairy godmother situation,
Yeah,
but it's also a very like homeless fairy godmother kind of predicament that you're in. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd probably want to meet her.
yeah.
Like I would probably visit her in jail. I would say I'm probably gonna feel some kind of attachment that she's done something so nice for me. Like, I don't know. I guess it's probably like I don't know if would that constitute as kind of like an abusive relationship?
In what way?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like there are relationships where someone's doing something really, really bad to you,
Mhm.
but then they're doing something really great for you, which keeps you like hooked in.
Yeah.
And if you have if you're someone who keeps breaking into your house and cleaning it, like I think you're gonna have I don't know. I mean, like, listen, I've been in abusive relationships,
Hmm.
so I guess this is why it's appealing to me. Uh, this might be my type of cleaning lady.
You know what, Craig?
I mean, like, if she locks the door afterwards and nothing's missing, I don't know, maybe we could make it work.
I
It's
love
like
it.
see no evil, hear no evil,
Yeah,
you
that's it.
know?
That's
Speak
it.
no evil.
That's it. Craig, what are your
My
thoughts?
my only problem is that she charged me after. Like she had the nerve to commit a crime and then charge me money for it after this. Nah, that's egregious right there. I want to press charges for that. Like that's where I feel wrong. That if you're gonna break in and clean up, that's just because that's you on old lady type of timing. So that's fine. My grandmother's done worse. So
What has your grandmother done?
You can't go to my grandmother's house and not eat food. And it don't matter if you don't eat that, if you're allergic to that, if you never had it, if you don't like it. You eating eggs, you eating grits, you eating a biscuit. She not trying to hear no gluten shit. Gluten don't exist for her. It just came out in 2015.
Sophia, is you have an elder like that, like elder at all, like who similar like Craig's grandma, or like a crazy aunt or something like that?
Oh, I feel like so all my elders are dead. Um, I come from I have
Shout out to Lil
elder
Uzi Vert.
I have I have
He got a song
elder
called All My Friends Are Dead. I'm sorry.
okay. Well, I'm glad that we shouted him out. Let's send a message. Um, but I have elder parents. That's why I don't have living elders, because my parents were elder
Yeah.
when they had me. Like I'm an old sperm, old egg cocktail. And even my elder father is not with us anymore. Like they're just breadcrumbs by the time I just crumbling away. But I would say like they're not. No, the thing is, I come up from like a very cold stock of people.
Hmm.
They're like my mother's family are like wealthy, super repressed Jews. And that's like it's kind of a breed that you don't hear very much about, because Jews are usually like loud and argumentative and like it's all out there. And yeah, they're very like I want to say waspy Jews, and it's not well, I don't have a relationship with any of them. I'm estranged, and
Mm.
I don't have access to any of the good stuff.
No, I was going to say the good stuff.
Yeah. There's no gravy train. Gravy train pulled out of the station, and yeah,
Nah, that's
I'm just left to be the noisy ill-behaved Jew, young Jew. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if I answered your question really.
I don't remember the question. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. So
Do you? Do you have
yeah.
elders who are
Man, I got an aunt. I got an aunt. I almost said the woman's name too. I'm not gonna do that because she's gonna probably find this video somehow, some way, right? So
hmm.
I have an aunt who on my mother's side, and I will say that she's a person who will argue you down even if she's wrong. You say the sky is blue and she believes it's yellow. She will sit there and argue with you. I remember this one time. This actually happened a couple of years ago. We went to go visit her for like a 4 day for like a like 4 day stretch. She's over here going off about the Constitution, right? Just saying some of the most ignorant things. This woman hates Trump so much, mind y'all. She has Trump on her toilet tissue. So when you're wiping your behind, you're wiping your behind. It's crazy. I'm like, what the heck is going on? This man doesn't know that you exist. He doesn't care about you. Right? I won't say nothing bad about Oprah. Oh man, bro, like, did Oprah die on the cross for your sins so you have eternal and everlasting life? You knew the real her. You know what? Oprah's gonna probably get me banned. I'm not gonna say what I can say about Oprah. Back to what I was going. But I remember this particular time she's yelling about the Constitution. Now, mind you, her home is like an antique type place, no place for kids. We had the rules: do not run the house. She's sitting here yelling, and her yelling has caused the kids to sit here like the Tasmanian devil from the Looney Tunes. They are literally running back and forth inside and out of the house, like it was like a whole tornado. And mind you, she's just still sitting there arguing. I left. I came back 20 minutes later. She's still arguing. People like that need to be locked up in an insane asylum, okay? There's something mentally. This woman's almost 70. You aren't like, bro, come on now. You're going to croak at any moment, okay? Just angry. Just so
Yeah.
angry about life.
If that's how she want to spend her last days, you got to let her have it. They ain't going to change. You just going to stress yourself out.
Oh, I don't care. I don't talk to her. She's a type. She's a type where I like Sophie said she's estranged. I estranged myself. Like I emancipated myself
Hmm.
from my family, right? Like, and when Sophie was talking, like my parents had me at the AARP age, right? Like it's to the point when I came out of the womb, I had to change my father's diapers, bro. That's how old my parents are. Back,
Yo,
Oh
oh,
wow.
that's me. Yeah, same situation. Like very old daddy, like grandpa daddy. And did you also have the chronic fear of your father dying when you were a little kid because he was elderly?
Oh wow. That's well. I don't know about you, Kendra, but I'm definitely in the Dead Dad Club. So shout out. That's why I did that. Shout out to you,
Yeah, so
Sophia.
yeah, thank you very
You know.
much.
Yeah.
Is this also
What's crazy?
is this also dead dad power? Is
yeah, yeah.
this
My father's
Well,
passed
all
away
right?
too.
I ain't really got a real sign for it. I just know that when your dad died, that you in the DDC. I just know that.
The TDC, yeah. That makes it sound that's a very redeem that makes me feel like it was all worth it.
Yeah, but no, it was
Better
cool. I
company.
still I don't know. I don't got no elders either in my family. I think all my grandparents, for the most part, is yeah. But anyways, let's move on to something brighter, I guess.
Like, this done turned to a counseling session. So here's a random poll and I'll start with you, Craig. What's a time that you tried to make money in a creative way, but it backfired?
Um.
Drug dealing, because you said you was a scary drug dealer. So what are some other?
Oh, yeah. I guess that was probably if that was like I don't know if that was creative. Everybody was doing that, you know. But I don't know creative ways. It was trying to be. I've been boring in that sense. I do a lot of. I keep a job, so all my creative ways to make money is creative ways to make money. It's comedy, it's music.
Mhm.
When my teenage years, I dabbled in the pharmaceutical transactions. But other than that, that was probably the funniest one because, like you said, I was pretty scary because I didn't want to do nothing too bad. So
Yeah.
I would only like sell weed because you didn't get too much jail time, if any, for that.
Mhm.
And I wasn't making no money because I would just see how much that I needed to sell to get the guy his money, and then I would keep the rest because I wanted to smoke. So I was just very cautious and not really into the monetary gain of things. But
Yeah.
yeah, creative ways. I ain't really had none of that besides just comedy and making music. And I was terrible at selling CDs. I'll tell you that much. That wasn't fun. Walking up to people asking them to buy your music, and I was never just good with the approach. Hey, I'm pretty good. I think that you'll like this. Do you like to live Kweli? Because you're probably like me. If you, I was terrible. It sucked.
Man. Wait, so you still rap a little bit? Because I got a hot 16. I want to rap for y'all.
Oh, I put a project out in January. I'm still like great at it, but I just can't afford to do it no more. Comedy is free to do, and all you need is a speaker and a microphone at any place, and then people will attract. You got a comedy show. With music, you got to pay for studio time, and I just couldn't afford that. Plus, I'm 42. Can't be having a blowing up a rapper dream at past 35, really.
Yeah, you gotta
But
start your jazz career. That's you gotta
can't you
start jazz.
busk? Sorry, Kendra. Can't you busk? Like
What
I
is
feel
that?
like busking is like people who play music on the street or in the subway. Like I would imagine
I,
like in New York, like people just play their music wherever. Sorry, you don't really like I'm in Germany. I'm from New York.
I,
You're thinking this
I'm
German bitch.
I will put it to you this way. I thought that's what busking was. I just wanted to be sure, and I didn't want to sound stupid, but I thought that's what it was. And I would do that, not just like me on a professional. I'm about to go out there and do that. Like you say, in New York, is this guy called Ari at home, and he walk around in New York, got a whole studio system hooked up to him on a backpack. He make beats, like impromptu beats, and he get people to rap and freestyle with him on the side. He got a great following on YouTube. So if I'm when I go to New York, because I'm gonna start traveling for comedy this summer, when I get there and if I see him, great rap skills come out, and I get to rap and show him. And I will like do it on the street that way if that's considered a form of busking. If you match it with the internet and possible YouTube popularity wise, but other than that, I don't know if I can really go out and do it. Plus, it's not really cool for rappers to do. Like
Oh,
if
it's
you
not?
singing, nah. If you singing or you play an instrument,
I
you
think
could
it's
do great
cool.
at that.
I think it's cool, but I think that all rap is cool.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite rap song, Sophia?
Can I what?
I said, what's your favorite rap song? If you got like a
Oh,
couple.
well, I really like Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
But I am not I'm not like well enough informed. Like I would say that when I started paying attention to rap, I was a little girl, of course. All little white girls have their moment with rap. For me, it was Eminem, of course. That's a very like smooth, seamless transition into the medium for white
He one of
children.
my one of my top
My
three
favorite.
rappers, and he definitely did a lot for hip hop music by doing just that.
My favorite. Yeah.
He is really amazing. Like I looked back recently I was looking back at him. I was like, "Jesus, he was fine too." Like he's so
Oh
fucking
well, I don't know about
fine.
Now I
But
bet you
that's,
wouldn't
you know,
want to be
that's
the
coming
girl, the
from
love interest in 8 Mile. I bet you were thinking like, I wish I could have been kissing him in 8 Mile, didn't you?
well, yeah, I mean Brittany Murphy, she had a good run.
that. I was going to say you probably don't
Be-
want to be her now, but yeah.
yeah, before the mold got her.
She died.
But she succumbed to
Yeah.
mold. Yeah, she got pneumonia because
Yes.
she had mold in her house.
Oh wow. Okay, got
Yeah.
you.
Um, but then when I was a teenager, actually, so this is sort of related to the making money in interesting ways
Mm-hmm.
um question. So I also was a dealer from like I guess 17 to 19 or something. And I mean I was dealing baggies and I was listening to loads and loads of Tupac. You know, I
Yeah.
was like really like getting in touch with my lifestyle. And
Thug
you know,
life.
yeah, that was how I felt. But I was also like I was sincerely moved by the music. I mean, he's also, I think, you know, for like thinking still of like the limited capacity of an 18-year-old white girl, like uh who was like I was very like into poetry and he's kind of the ultimate poet. So anyway, I did really love my Tupac and I I think I would say that I went fairly deep in that appreciation period. But with the dealing, like I would say, I feel like a lot of people deal. It's weed. It's, you know, fairly safe thing to deal even back in the 2000s to an extent, especially if you're white. And but what I did that was high risk in the
I was
dealing
gonna ask
game
you. I was like, were
is
you up there like with the mafia, the Don up there?
well, in a way, I was my own Don. I mean, I would go to the projects to get my supply, but also I would give my customers light baggies, and they would always be like, "This feels pretty light," and I would be like, "No, it's all there," and like it was
Girl, you
light. Like
might have.
I was skimming the top so hard. They were absolutely on to me.
So you were stepping on your own product?
Yeah, I was. Uh, but you know, I
Oh
got away with
man.
it. I might have lost some
Yeah.
customers, but in the end, I came out unscathed.
So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
made you like go into retirement?
What made me go into retirement? Well, actually, I'm trying to think because around the same time, I was also coaching children's gymnastics. I was a gymnast when I was a child and preteen, and then I went back to the gym when I was that age, and I asked if I could have a job, or I was like offered a job. They were just like, whatever, you used to be a gymnast, you can just teach littler girls how to do gymnastics. And then I remember I had like not my boss, but like some one of the managers, she was a huge pain in the ass, and she used to always get on my case about things. And one night I did acid, and it was so much that I was still tripping by morning when I had to teach gymnastics. And so I go into the gym and I'm teaching my gymnastics. Meanwhile, I'm like covered in bindies,
What have been?
like those little they're like sparkly like forehead press-ons that
Okay.
Indian women wear. Um
Oh, okay.
I'm I'm wearing them to symbolize the opening of my third eye, and I bring a bunch of them for the little girls. I'm sticking them on them, and like anyway, this bitch manager comes up to me and she starts just nagging me, and it kind of like with my third eye wide open, I remember thinking to myself, I have so much money from weed. I don't need to deal with this anymore. And then I quit. Like I was just like, there's more to life, and I have enough money. I mean, I didn't need a lot of money. I was still living with my parents. Like I basically I just needed some spending money. So
You
anyway,
needed acid money.
I needed my acid money. Yeah, and acid's not a very expensive drug, actually. You
It's
really
very
get
true.
a lot of mileage. Do you guys do acid?
No.
I was going to do acid one time, but when a person told me it's a 24-hour, you're like in la la land, I said, "Oh no, I'm okay." But like I missed the opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's okay, you know.
I'm I'm scared of stuff like that. I just started doing mushrooms, so our alcohol, weed, mushrooms now. That's it.
Well, mushrooms are basically just acids. It's acid's shorter term cousin.
Yeah.
It's a very,
Hey,
very parallel experience. So, I
I'm
mean,
cool with that.
you've been there then. I
All
would say you've been there.
right, all right. Just for not as long.
Yeah, exactly. And but Kendra, if you're ever considering it, it's actually a 10-hour experience.
Hmm.
That's typical. And then if you have a slow metabolism, then it'll take longer, but it's usually just 10 hours. But that's fucking exhausting. So, but
No, no, and
mushrooms
that's why
Yeah.
I
is
never
six
did it.
hours standard,
No,
always
no,
six hours.
that's why Sophia.
Hmm.
That's why
Nice. Good to know.
I never. That's why I never did it. Once I found out, because I've done every pretty much every drug there is, almost every drug that there is, and I only did it one time because I'm like, I know this is not something I should be doing, so I'm just gonna do it one time. But acid was one of the things I did want to try, and that was about it, right? So you know,
Hmm.
no, no, no. That, and I wanted to actually try a line of coke. I was like, bro, I feel like the upper echelons. Like I made it to the upper echelon drug. I only did
Oh, I was
one.
gonna say you said every drug. I was gonna ask you how was heroin, but okay.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, how was heroin?
Let me answer this random poll real quick, and then we'll close out, and you guys can give y'all socials and everything. So
You're not gonna tell us how was heroin?
I
I
know,
never
right?
done heroin. No, I
Oh,
never done heroin. I said
you
almost every
exaggerated.
drug. I had
You
to
know
choose.
what? I know it's supposed to be my bad, Kendra. I did have a wild creative way.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell
One
us.
time I drove. Between jobs. I quit one of my jobs, took my 401k, and said I'm not gonna work, and then side jobs and stuff. Drove some Chinese kids from. And for fair warning, this a real story, but I do this on stage sometimes. I drove Chinese exchange students from the airport in Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin, where I live at now. Even though I just doxed myself, it's fine. To the university up here. So the college up here, they go there, they tour, whatever. All I got to do is bring them there. So here, they meet another Chinese dude. They go about. He hit me. I go back, take him back. I didn't know that they I guess conjunctions like what was that, how they do that, they say nicka nicka nicka. So I'm driving They in the back talking, and every once in a while, Nika. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And event, I had to Google it and find out that that's how they say that. And Nika is just they. But I didn't want to trip too much because the dude was paying a decent amount of money. So I'm like, before I say something, just let me Google it because what do it mean in their language, you know? So, anyways, though, that was my bad. I just remembered that because I was like, I was doing some wild, not wild stuff, but some wild jobs, and that was a funny thing that I came across in that time.
Oh gosh. So for me, a creative way, I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to make some extra money. It was selling feet pictures, right? And I thought that was cool until it wasn't. They wanted breast pictures, so I'm like, well, I don't have to have my face, and then let me show my breasts. And I'm like, what am I doing with myself? This is so degrading. And it's what the crazy part is, right? Like then here comes men, and it backfires on me because men come up randomly sending me DMs. Hey, do you still live in Atlanta? And I'm like, you know how you can start. Sometimes Instagram is like this. It actually has a text thread where like the last time you spoke to a person, maybe 2 years ago, whatever. There was no text thread. It was empty, and I was like, yeah, I do. Well, look, last time we talked, you mentioned I could sit here and you can I can have a whole foot job and do all that type of stuff. I'll be here in your town this weekend. I'm like, bro, who the heck are you? Who the heck? I don't know who you are.
No, I was just saying, how the fuck you live in Atlanta? I'm waiting on you to get to the story. I'm sorry.
No, this is it backfired. The feet community it's like a cat distribution center. Okay, the feet community went and said the Kyndra Crumb show will show her feet and ask her for some breast pictures. I thought I could make six figures. I was trying to be like Sophia when she was, top dog. She was a don of the streets of New York. Okay. I was trying to be the Don of Atlanta, making six figures just showing feet. Okay, that's it, right? They want you to sit here, draw gang signs with your toes, do all this acting, walk on fire. I don't have time for this. And that's why I said, bro, I am not
They got
feet pictures. Next time
they got feet requests.
Yes. Craig the feet. Sophia, do you have like men who have came to you about foot fetish or anything?
No, not nobody's come to me for foot fetish. Like I said, I'm very sexually successful, but I don't have an OnlyFans. But people want to have sex with me anyway. But I have I do sometimes have men slide into my DMs. Like one guy was like, "Would you sell your panties?" And I was like, "For how much?" And then he said 60 pounds. He's from the UK. And I was like, "No, it better be one, like, I'm not doing it for less than 150." And then he asked me to wear them for 24 hours straight. And I thought, okay, I'll tell him I did that, but actually just wear them for like 6 hours because I'm not trying to get sick. Like that can get me sick. I'll get poisoned off my own material.
Oh my god.
Degrading material. So anyway, I told him that I'd do it, and I was like, yeah, I'll wear them from like morning till evening, and then I'll take them off, and he'll just have to think that I have such a delicate vaginal organism that's all I created in 24 hours. And then he just never responded. So
that's I think about that like
easy money
not
out the window.
Exactly. I think about not selling my panties, but I definitely think about
Wait, that's actually could be a thing though. My boyfriend left his underwear here a few days ago, and I have been sniffing them like the Dickens.
But that's because you like that though. If that's what
true.
you into, know.
Well, the thing is I love him. And it just smells like him. It doesn't smell like his asshole. It doesn't smell like his dick hole. It just smells like him.
Yep. And that's why men can't sell like that because we only target one specific lady that we gotta do mad work to for her to even love us that much. Mm-hmm. Like and then she get it for free. So we can't monetize our stuff like that. But trust me, if I could, I would sell feet pics in an instant
Yeah,
like
of course
so
you
quick.
would. Yeah, you
Well, like
would.
why
I
not?
mean, wait, wouldn't you sell dick pics? I mean, you give out dick pics for
Nah,
free, I'm sure. It's just like, here you go,
I've
ladies.
never, I've never sent a
Soak
dick
it
pic in
up.
my life. I've never did that.
Really?
Nah, I ain't
Uh,
that. I ain't that confident of a guy to just be like, when she see this, she gonna want me no matter what. And I don't understand the logic. Nah, nah. I put it to
Kyndra,
you know what? I'm lying. I've never sent one unsolicited. Put it that way. They've always been asked for.
that
Well, at
is
least they
so
asked.
sweet. You were such a good boy.
I don't know about that, but I just that's just never not a good one is weird and it's just not a good strategy. I've never seen it work. So
It doesn't. I had a man. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let you guys give y'all socials and we'll be done. But I had this man who this is what I said. Um, Everybody on here should be familiar with Lil Kim. Her first album was hardcore, and so in the hardcore album,
mhm.
she's like spread eagle in a leopard print thong or whatever, right? So so I mentioned something to this guy. He's like, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna dress up like her for Halloween." He gets too excited. I don't know why he got excited because I didn't say I'm going to dress up like her and come to your house. I just said I'm going to dress up like her. He sends me a picture of him in his fruity pebbles underwear, boxers. He literally sent me a picture of fruity pebbles on the front of his boxers and took a picture of it and sent it to me. And I'm like, sir, what are we doing right now? What are you like? Why? He's like, I'm sorry, I just got so excited. Why you send me a picture of you in your boxes for? What do I don't need that.
Why the fruity
Wait,
pebbles?
is Fruity Pebbles like, do you mean like the cereal
The
or
cereal, he
is it
actually
a,
had the cereal, like the picture of the Fruity Pebbles front of the box on his underwear.
as not a sexy brand of cereal?
Nah.
He needs to choose a sexier brand of cereal. Like, uh,
What's a sexy cereal?
Fruit
Cinnamon Toast
Loops.
Crunch.
No, no. What's a sexy
Now,
cereal?
Raisin Bran.
Frosted Raisin Bran. No, Frosted Mini Wheats.
frosted frosted flakes might be a depending on where you're trying to go with it. Frosted flakes. I mean, just leaving things frosted. But anyways,
I guess we have to think maybe are we thinking in terms of who's got the sexiest mascot?
How
if we
about?
doing that, if we doing that, it's Count Chocula easily.
I was gonna say Tony
You see them
Chocolate.
eyebrows on Count Chocula?
Yeah, but the accent is like he's blah. Like I want to suck your blood. Like a one, a two, a three. That's what actual Romanians sound like. And it's I know Romanians, and I'm just like, you all sound like Count Chocula. You need to fix yourselves. As
I
a
need to travel
nation,
more.
you're a national joke.
Oh man, I need to travel more because if that's true, I need to hear that in real life. I've only ever heard it in the cartoons.
Bro, it's the funniest thing is that so I live in Berlin, it's super international, and there's like what I mean by that is there's like so many different kinds of white people here and so diverse. And it's so many more kinds of white people than these white people have ever seen before, and it blows their minds.
You
And
find the new types of whites.
yeah, yeah, like, oh, well, you know what? There's a comedian in our scene and he's Asian, but he has a Russian accent because there's Asians in Russia.
That would blow my mind, yo.
Yeah. It's
Oh
like
wow!
it's a
I'll be like,
political
say stuff to
visual
me.
mismatch. But I'll tell you is like the Russians, they all sound like Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle. And
All
so do
right.
like pretty much all the Eastern Europeans. They sound like that because they're basically Russians. Haha, they
Yeah.
don't like it when you say that, but it's true. And the Romanians all sound like the Count from like these
Yeah.
stereotypes are
Yep.
based on the hard
Exactly.
facts.
Yeah. Like some of them, look, some of them are hurtful, but some of them are just what it is.
Yeah. We didn't make the rules.
We just living in the world. That's all.
Well, Miss
Yeah.
Miss Miss Sophia, please let everybody know where they can find you online. Any shows you have up and coming. Go ahead, website, whatever you want to support us to support you in.
Okay, so my Instagram is Sophia May Comedy. Sophia with an F, May with a Y, comedy with an M. And my website is sophiamaycomedy.com. Um, I am taking two solo shows to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year. The first one is a whole hour about 9/11. My school was right next to the World Trade Center when it happened. And yeah, I have a whole solo about that. And then the other solo is brand new. It's called The Buddha Wears Prada, and it is all about my experience as the assistant of a Buddhist cult leader. And there's an expose about my cult. I've been doing a bunch of podcasts on a whistleblowing rampage, so to speak. And you can go to my website and like there's all this information about the cult and the shows on there. One stop shop.
Yay! Craig! Take us out.
Um, oh, real Sophia, that's mad interesting. I'll be watching mad documentaries. I'm gonna listen about that cult. Also, I just followed you on Instagram. You fuck with Joe List?
Of course I
He
do.
following you.
Oh, I know. That's
Joe
look
List.
at how I
Joe,
well.
no, Joe
Look,
List is my guy. That's my damn the only comedy friend that actually texts my phone back with his real phone number. So salute. But
well, that makes
I
me
seen that. I seen that. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Wow, that makes me seem like a little bigger deal than I am, and that's why I appreciate his follow. But actually, it's just one of those great things where like you shout out a comic and they follow you back as like like to do you a solid, and that's all that happened there. But don't tell anyone. Tell people that we know each
No,
other and we're best
no, you
friends.
Um,
good. You
Me and
good
Joe
with me because
List.
that speaks
this is still
that
recorded, right?
my bad. But that just he would like this. That just speaks to how dope he is as a human being, not just a
Yeah,
comic. But I'm
yeah,
sorry, I
he's
just
a
had to
nice
shout him
guy.
out. I love Joe List. Anyways, I'm Craig Smith Comedy or Sincere Life for the music. If you want to check out any music, regular spelling SINCERELIFE. And you can Google that. You'll see all my music projects, King Poetic 1, 2, and 3. If you looking for it. And Craig Smith Comedy, regular spelling on that too. The real Craig with a C. But yeah, CRAIGSMITH. Follow me on there if you feel so inclined.
Well, thank you guys. I listen. I appreciate both of y'all coming on my podcast. I thank you so much, Sophia, for staying up, and rocking out with me and everything else, and having me. And a couple of your stories had me in tears, right? So I thank you so much for still reigning as my favorite female comedian for now.
Thanks,
All right.
Kyndra.
With that being said, you make sure y'all go ahead and support them. If you don't, catch a Charlie horse. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. We're out. Thank you.